basically, the conversation we're starting with today is about KRG, the Dawn. But I feel like maybe I've just gone too fast. We're talking about Akothee. I'm sorry. There's so many interesting songs. I just want to talk about every single one of them. So we've got Akothee, who apparently has gone through a bit of her rough patch during the period of 2018 towards, I think it was 2016, 17, and 18, right? So according to her, she said that she wasn't feeling too well. In paraphrases, she was not feeling too well, and she just kept going in and out of hospital so many times, and people started making all kinds of speculations about what exactly is the reason why she's going to the hospital. And this, in addition to the fact that she was constantly at the hospital, it was coupled with also some of the things that were, you know, coming up physically when it comes to whatever condition it is that she was going through. She wasn't very specific about exactly what it was. But she said that the condition that she was suffering during this period of time, 2016 to 2018, caused her body to like swell. She would have, you know, her eyes, you know, her face is swollen and parts of her body really swollen. And for some reason, people started calling her fat. You know, so you know, immediately someone just starts looking puffy, we all just call her fat without knowing what is going on the other side. And so she came out and clearly said to Kenyans, you guys need to stop calling me fat, because first of all, you don't know what is going on in my life that has caused me to get to this point. But in summation, she also said that it was an interesting factor that she was hanging around people with so much toxic energy, and the fact that this was so prevalent that they needed her more than she needed them, then it started affecting her physically, emotionally, spiritually, and some of these effects were now manifesting in the form of her body swelling and her having these funny two conditions that caused her now to go in and out of hospital.
That is painful.
Let me tell you, that just sounds so painful, because I'm just thinking about like how much you have to absorb of people's energy, people's chatter. And even during this period, you still have relatives talking smack about you behind your back, in your face, in front of your, like all over. They're just talking smack about you and making all sorts of speculations and talking all kinds of just madness. You don't forget, that was still the period of time when she was accused of being a devil worshipper. As in, there was so much going on. And it seems she was taking in and taking in and taking in and taking in. Because let's not forget, Akothee has always been very vocal about any and every issue. But the past couple of years, it's like she's gone from being, I don't care what you have to say, to saying it like once or twice. You don't see her talking too much about issues online. You'll see her once every couple of months. She'll like pop up and say something and then she'll disappear again, which means it has really affected her in, you know, every possible way, and in some cases, in the worst kind of way. You don't want to be swelling up because people are stressing you out. You don't want to be sick all the time and running in and out of, accruing the hospital debts, and we all know how insurance companies can take advantage of these periods. As in, it is crazy for you to just do so much for everyone else and not do enough for yourself, and even worse, do so much less for yourself that you're sick. This is bad. This is bad, but I'm glad she's taking a stand now. She's taking care of herself now. She is much better now. And even if she decided to become fat, is it your matter? Is it?
Like Janet at home, she tells me that when you put on weight, it means you're happy.
Yeah.
So you shouldn't care, what anybody thinks.
Yeah.
But like I feel, you know, that's you're not going to help it. Like social media, people, and I feel there's a way to convert it, even though it's so painful at that time, which is if people are talking about you, it means you're doing something good. It means you're relevant, you're in somebody's mind, you're irritating them enough. Because if they had a chance to be where you were and do what you're doing, they would do it. But this is just people's way to be able to bring you down, talk about something for that week, and then somebody just needs to start it and everyone else is like, oh great, let's just jump in on it. But I wonder how many it would take for people to be able to say, you look amazing, we love you, we're sending you, you know, healing, because I saw she was also suffering depression as well. It is just not a joke. I don't think sometimes people understand what you see someone portraying on social media versus how they are crying and what they're going through at home. You don't know people's real stories. They show you what they want you to see. but you got to choose to feel for people as well.
Exactly. And I think you brought up a really like important fact of like, you don't know what people are actually going through. Akothee is literally like when you go to the dictionary and look up strong woman, you will see her face over there. You know what I mean? And she's a champion of like, you know, single mothers club over there and everything. And she's always so vocal and strong about her opinions. I think some people actually think that like their words can't get to her. You know, she's always so quick to clap back at people who are there like hating on her and being disrespectful and everything, that somehow it's like it's nurtured a culture where people are disrespectful and they're like, but it's Akothee. She can handle it.
Yeah.
Her, she's strong. She can be able to handle anything that we give her, but you don't know what else is going on in their lives. And in this month, as we're going into December, I think we need to all remember empathy, putting yourself into somebody else's shoes. So it doesn't matter what they've done or anything, but like if you were to go ahead and have these comments said about you, how would you feel? How would you feel if everyone, the whole entire internet, random strangers out there are talking so negatively about you? How would you feel as well? And if we put ourselves in other people's shoes, then we wouldn't be having the nerve to talk such nonsense on people's comments and everything. Akothee looks amazing. Yani, she already gives me pressure. The fact that she has had how many children? How many children? And her body looks like what? And I haven't even popped out one child and my body is looking like what? You know what I mean? Like she is already so beautiful. Her body is banging. What is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, 15, 20 kgs on top of that? She's always going to be beautiful. She's always going to look amazing. So Akothee, continue being the strong woman that you are and continue paying all these naysayers and haters dust.
I love it. I feel like people need to gather under a mistletoe and just hug, right? And yeah, and that kind of
Hug,
links.
not kiss. I
Hug,
thought
yeah,
mistletoe
no,
was a kiss.
yeah, exactly. Just hug with your mask on. But